Goodbye.
Jaelan Phillips, breaking news, breaking mother humping news. I don't know if it was muted earlier, but Jaelan Phillips has signed with the Carolina Panthers. For those that are just coming in right now, the Panthers are signing Jaelan Phillips to a 4-year, $120 million deal. Dan Morgan makes a splash, and the Eagles lose out on Jaelan Phillips. I'm not sure if this was muted earlier or not. So, but the Eagles, they had an opportunity to sign Jaelan Phillips. They tried to get it done before the tampering. It came and went. Then the Carolina Panthers step in and make him a huge offer. Jaelan Phillips was traded by the Eagles for a 3rd-round pick, and now he is going to be a Carolina Panther. The Eagles will actually get compensatory pick for him, but it creates a giant hole at the edge. What will the Eagles do? They got to go out and they got to get themselves an edge rusher. Who do they get? I'm thinking somebody like Bradley Chubb. He could be a guy. Grenard from Minnesota could be a guy. But to me, right now, your number one issue in free agency, I think it's an edge rusher. You've got to solve this problem. And so I expect to see Jalen Carter. I think he will be signed. But then, it'll be an issue. Was I muted, by the way, earlier? I'm just curious. Freddie, thank you for the super chat. He goes, does that mean we get a comp pick for Phillips? I believe we will get a compensatory pick for him. But yeah, 4 years, $120 million was too rich for the Eagles. And this is one of the problems that, and I said this before, that you deal with when you deal with guys that you trade for from other teams. They're almost like mercenaries, you know? There's no loyalty to the Eagles. So he's purely looking for the money, and Carolina is going to be a team. And now Phillips will fade into irrelevance because the Carolina Panthers will stink. They will be of maybe 500 team. Maybe they'll make a playoffs here or there and get tossed in the first round. The Eagles will be fine, but they've got to adjust to who they go out and get now in free agency. To me, this opens a door for some potential interesting things, like maybe getting yourself a guy like Bradley Chubb on the cheap, who will be a lot cheaper, and then maybe going out and getting yourself a corner, something like that. But I do consider right now in free agency the edge rusher to be a number one priority. And it also needs to be said, we need Nolan Smith to step up. We need Nolan Smith to step up, Leon Banks, thank you for super chat. We must keep Dean now. Well, I don't think they're going to keep Dean anyways. I think because of position. Red Mafia Gaming, thank you for the super chat. This means we have money to sign Goddard now. It does, yeah. We do have money to do some things like that. Freddie, thank you for super chat. Does that mean we get a comp pick for Phillips? We should. Darnell Williams, thank you for the super chat. It just got real. There's only the start plan B. To get Chubb, don't need Dean when you got Jahad Campbell. He played well. I thought Phillips loved Vic. Philip loved Vic, but he loved the money more. I don't know, man. If I was a player, just the way I am, I just would want to be on a team that could win and a team that was like relevant and was like talked about and had a fun. Like, go to Carolina. Rocky, thank you for super chat. Pittman to the Steelers and Wills signs with the Dolphins. How about that? So it's kind of crazy, right? What do you guys know? Was I muted earlier? Giants signed Isaiah Likely. That's not a surprise. That's what was very much expected. So Isaiah Likely goes there. And, I think the Eagles, it's going to be interesting. I would say right now of the free agents, I think Bradley Chubb is the perfect target. I really do. I think Chubb would be a decent replacement for Phillips. Knows Vic's system, still can play and still can contribute. And really the way you're going to fix this and solve it is the edge rushers is got to be by committee. Your defensive line is built from within. So get Jalen Carter signed to an extension, and then get yourself some guys. It's not the end. It's not the end all be all. Let me see Bradley Chubb here. I would love to see the Eagles get Bradley Chubb. And it would make a lot of sense. If you get him for like a year, maybe 2. I felt bad about the Jaelan Phillips thing when we hit the tampering. It felt like, man, this is gonna be a problem. It really did, you know. But let's bring up Bradley Chubb here for a second, because if you ask me what now, this is what now. This is my what now. This is what I do. I would try to get Bradley Chubb. Okay, I would try to get Chubb. What, he's 30 years old? So 96. Yeah, he's 30 years old. Whoops. Let me lower it up. He had 8.5 sacks last year with a stinky Miami team. And he knows Vic's system, and he's probably half the price of Jaelan Phillips. So it allows you to sign him and then get somebody else. This would be my target right now for the Eagles. I think this would be a good move. So let's see what the Eagles do in response. But I think Bradley Chubb, good alternate, and then use some of that money, get Jalen Carter extended, and you know what? We'll be fine. We will be fine. You know. Brooks, thank you for Super Chat. Bring back C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I could do that. Red Mafia Gaming, we should sign Chubb and draft Derek Moore. Okay. I like it. Tyar, thank you for Super Chat. Looks like likely he's going to G-Men. Yeah, and you know what? That was predicted pretty much. Everybody nailed that one. That makes sense. You go with your former coach, you know. Giants will be improved. They'll be better, you know. But is that enough? You know what I mean?